We're live and we got somebody all the way over there. Okay, so wasn't expecting that. I can't really tell where he is, whether he's on the door or if he's like standing on top of that pillow that's on the bed there. But as you can see, the closer I get to the bulb, we got one of the lights going off already. I haven't even started this test. I think I probably kicked that one though. I don't think that was me. Okay, well, let's set this up here. Turn the fan on to give him some energy. Let me turn. I'm going to turn this device. I'm going to doobie. I'm going to set this up underneath. I'm sorry for the delay. So I'm going to put this right by there. Yeah, okay, so that light was definitely me. They have had no problems getting through two of these, but I can't get them to light the blue light up, only the red and the yellow. Anyway, okay, buddy, have a seat. Remember the ball? They light up, okay? But you gotta wait for the light to shut off before you touch them. Wait, no, don't touch it yet. Wait, don't touch it. Yeah, he's gonna go after the blue one. Yeah, he's having a hard time with the blue one. Okay. I'm gonna move this back a little bit in the hopes that we can get that blue light on the screen. Okay, now hit those lights hard as you can. Hit those balls. Light them up. I would try the yellow ball or the red ball. Okay, those are going to be the most sensitive. Okay, yeah, alright. If he's going to start hammering away at the blue ball, then I'm going to have to get another ball out. Oh, that one's garbage. That one's garbage. This one's looking a little weak. Yeah, don't mess with the blue one. This one, it's no good. Yeah, go after one of these other ones. Garbage. I got all garbage balls. I do have new balls, but I don't want to set them up just yet. This one looks like it's got some energy left. Here, I'm going to give you another one. I'll put it over here. Okay? but you gotta wait for it to shut off. Okay. No, wait. No, you have to wait. You gotta wait for the lights to shut off first before you start hitting them. Okay, now hit them hard as you can. Bam, like that. I think I should probably get a new ball out. I need a sharp object. What's the problem here, buddy? I'm gonna move the fan a little bit closer. We're gonna get another blue ball out. This was not really the ones that I was. These weren't the ones that I wanted. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put this one down. No, you can't touch it while it's lit up. You gotta wait for the light to shut off, then hit it. Okay, now hit them, kick them, punch them hard as you can. You hit those balls. Well, he's really hammering away, but he's not getting anywhere. I'm gonna move the phone and I'm gonna put it underneath the chair there. He's wobbling around like that, I believe, because of the fan behind the chair. Let's test that out. Okay, I'm going to turn the fan off. 1, 2, 3. That was delightful. No, you got to wait for the light to shut off, buddy. Neither of those were him. That was because stuff fell on the floor. Well, I guess I'm wrong. I thought all of that movement was because of the fan, but he's still got the same sort of a lot of activity. He's moving around a lot. Hey, you. You light this ball up. Go ahead. Hammer away at that ball. That ball right there. Hammer it. You gotta wait for the light to shut off first. Now hammer it. He's trying. There he goes. But here's the thing: is that I can't tell if that was me or him because my hand wasn't completely still. I don't believe at that point. So I've got my hand rested on the bed. Go ahead, hit it again. Light it up. I've never seen him put so much effort. Uh, the guy in the chair has put forth a tremendous amount of effort to have no success. Yeah, I'm going to put this one off for the time being. Yeah, that yellow ball is not really working for us. I think maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace it with another yellow ball. Okay, I'm going to grab this, not lighting up, and we're going to put. Okay, wait. They're lit up. You can't touch them when they're lit up. No, you keep hammering them while they're lit up. You gotta wait for the light to shut off, then hit them. Now, go ahead. Hit them. Hit them as hard as you can. Try to hit the paper underneath the ball. Okay? If you hit the paper underneath the ball, yeah, he's hammering away at that thing, but he's not getting anywhere. You want to play? You can turn this light on, but wait till the light shuts off. You ready? Okay, go ahead. Hit that wall. Go ahead, hit it. Again. Hit the wall. Light it up. See? Like that. Hit it. All right, well, I'm going to turn the fan back on so I can give this guy a little bit more energy. Try hitting this red ball. Try hitting the chair underneath the ball. Bam! Wait a second. Focus all of your energy into one point. Okay? All of your energy, go right through that ball. Okay? You want to play too? Go ahead. Okay. You hit this ball. Come on. Hit it. Harder. Come on. Light it up. Oh, I moved it. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hit that ball. Hit it. Yeah, I could feel where they're hitting. They're hitting at the where my fingers, where my pinky meets my hand is where I can feel the energy. And this guy's just failing miserably. What is your problem, man? You're sucking it today. I'm gonna put the ball on the bed. Well, not making a lot of progress here. Doing this on a Sunday night was probably not a very wise idea. No, it's not in my hand anymore. It's here on the bed. Yeah, hit it there. Go ahead, hit it. Yeah, that one. Light her up. Maybe I shouldn't distract this guy. I'm going to turn this ball off. Yeah, I'm noticing that the stick figure that's on me is still moving around. No, there's nothing else in my hand, guys. Yeah, no, you're still hammering away at that hand there, but you're not getting anywhere. All right, so I'm going to add another ball to the mix. To get the blue ball to light up, you just got to hit this paper. If you hit the paper right next to the ball as hard as you can, it should light the blue ball up. Otherwise, just try to hit the blue ball, but try to go right through it. In other words, hit the chair underneath the ball. Go right through it, hard as you can. Okay, but you're probably better off waiting a minute. Okay, let your energy rebuild, and then after a minute, try again. you're probably going to have much better luck with this red ball here than you will with any other ball. Yep, this is getting old. Um, so while they're hammering away at that, I'll run a Faraday Fabric test. The reason why, I mean, we showed in the last recording or the one before that that I can separate them onto any fabric. Um, the reason why you'd use the Faraday Fabric is because they gouge and they can use fabric like as an extension cord. So specifically what they do is when I lay my head on my pillow on one side, they're going to do stuff to irritate your skin and make it so that it's itchy, and then they're going to go up to the, your ear and gouge uh, at the at your eardrum, and so you won't be able to sleep through that. So underneath the pillow, inside of the pillowcase, I have the actual pillow wrapped with Faraday fabric, and they can't. They don't even try to beat that. Most of the time, uh, they'll try for a long, long time before they give up on it, and in a lot of cases, depending on what they're doing, you may or may not want to stop them from doing it, because if you stop them from doing something, like if they want to irritate you by making you itch, well, as soon as you've stopped them from making you itch, they're going to do something worse. So first they started just, you know, poking at my groin. So then I put metal underneath it, and the poking, it went away. In other words, it wasn't hitting. It was a paint can lid. I wasn't hearing dink dink dink, like something solid was was uh, was hitting the paint can. Okay, it would just be nothing. So once it realized it couldn't do that to me, the next progression was it would go after the soles of my feet real softly, and that would be enough to irritate my foot, and it made it so that I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so that's when they really started to take my sleep away from me. So what I did then was I went to bed, and as a test, I went to bed wearing just one sock. And they spent all night trying to unhook the sock from getting it around my. It was a tennis sock, so they spent literally all night taking the sock and getting it around here, just around my heel, and then that was it. And so I thought, well, this is the best solution. Just go to sleep with one sock on, and let them spend all night pulling the sock down. That's perfectly fine by me. But they do lose patience after a while, and they realize that they're not having any success keeping you up that way. So then they moved on to the next thing. Now, I would have thought once they gave up on my right foot with a sock on it, clearly the next thing to do, any 4-year-old would have seen that my left sock or my left foot did not have a sock on it. And so, did they go after the left foot? Eventually, but not next. So after they gave up on the right foot, uh, the left foot, then they went to other stuff. So after they went after the right foot, then they went on to the itching. Okay, and they would they I was protecting my feet for the most part. Okay, because that's what they were going after. They were going after lower extremities. Okay, so then I laid foil from my waist down on the mattress so that they couldn't get to uh, get to my feet that way. But what they would do is, if they were, at the foot of the bed making my feet itch, then what they did was they reached up to the head of the bed, up and then down, and they literally went down the middle of my back where there's a gap between the fabric of your sheets and your skin. And I could feel it snaking their way down my back. And then once it hit the base of my spine, instead of it being like a snake, it would go, and then it would be like water. And I would feel like it felt like one finger, and then all of a sudden it felt like there were 20 fingers. And the reason it would do that is to find a pathway to get to where it wanted to go, which was generally going after my feet. Right? But even if they were going after my feet, I was feeling them on my back and making the middle of my back itch. Okay, and so that was enough to keep me awake. They were going the middle of my back, back of each shoulder. Okay, and so I would just be laying in bed and rubbing my back against the sheets, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. They still do that to this day. They go after my back, and so I just lay a small sheet of Faraday fabric under my neck and upper back, and there's nothing that they can do with that. Now, if I laid a piece of fabric, that wouldn't help me at all. Laying a piece of fabric may separate them from me on the screen, okay, and it allows me to manipulate them a bit. Um, but they're not going to have any problems using that fabric as basically an extension cord. So it doesn't matter if they were using the pillow or if they were using something, putting another piece of fabric over the pillow wasn't going to stop them. You had to use the Faraday fabric for that purpose. Okay, if you're just trying to separate them from you, at least these guys, I can use any piece of fabric. Only the first entity that I dealt with was able to pierce fabric, or in their case, they were actually able to get inside of my body. So basically, it would take them probably about 90 seconds, where if I was standing here and they were here, they would just stand like that. So basically, their left arm ended up inside of my chest cavity, but it took them standing there like 90 seconds with me not moving for that to bear any fruit. I want to get this guy out of the chair here because he's a loser. I give you an A for effort, kid, but you're not getting anywhere. So I'll give you another 2 minutes. need you to get out of the chair. Here, you up. Up, 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 up. I need you to get out. Yeah, if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't have to. I have to actually kick this guy out of the chair to get a new guy on there, which means I got to lift the chair up, and I don't have a lot of energy to do that right now. All right, let's play some hide and seek with this guy here. That's on me. We'll leave this guy hammering away at the chair and failing. Yeah, we got a couple of dummies today because he didn't look very good. Yeah, you see how all those balls line up, you moron? Yeah, that means they all work, only you can't get them working because you're a loser. So, hammer away. Come on. We just saw them all work simultaneously. You can't even get one of them working. You suck. Let's see if that motivates them. The only way I can actually make them draw more energy is if they're threatened. So if I tell them, like, if you don't light that ball up right now, I'm going to have to kill you forever. Yeah, you say things like that to them, and that motivates them. Then they're able to draw energy from the rest of the Legion, is what I'm guessing. I mean, one thing. Hey, you did it, finally. All right, now get a different ball lit up. You can light the yellow ball up again. I don't care. I'm just happy you got one of them. you're pretty much sucking it. So I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up a third-party detection device. Let's get a video. All right, let's try. I got Ghost Tube, Ghost SLS, Ghost Talk, Puck 2. Let's start with what this Ghost is. Jetta Soft. Okay. All right. Jetta Soft. Not finding it. This is the LiDAR function. I think that it is. Not really sure how the LiDAR is supposed to look. Let me point it to something where there's no activity and see what it should look like. On the LiDAR screen, I'm showing movement, but I can't tell if that flicker is just that. Yeah, so I am seeing a flicker on the, well, looking at the screen, on the left side, I'm seeing a flicker on the left side of the chair. I have to do a lot more testing with this before I can determine the success of that. Let me try Ghost Tube. I'm getting a hit on me. So let me show you this. Let's see if I can. There you go. There's the hit on me. But it appears like I can't tell if it's just tracking me or if it's tracking the guy that's on me. I'd have to see the movement coincide. Yeah, I'm going to need to have a play with this a little bit more. Let's see if we can. Oh, wait. There's something going on in the mirror. It's finding something in the mirror there and on the chair. The movement I'm seeing, I think, is from the mirror, not the chair. I don't think it's picking anything up in the chair. And that's really what I want to see. I want to see them coincide, all the movements and stuff. So, yeah, for the visual devices, I need to have a play with them before I can say which ones are the best. But I'm ready to wrap this up today. I wasn't planning on doing this, but last week I was traveling. I didn't want it to go 3 weeks without having any recordings. Anyway, if there's any tests that you want to see run, any apps, whatever, please leave me mail and let me know. Afterlife Science and Technology at gmail.com. Yo. I'm going to give you one more minute, and that's it. So, like this one up here. Look at how easy that was for me. I got them all lit up simultaneously. So now I just want you to light up one of them. No, but you got to wait. Wait, stop. Now, hit them. Okay? You have to wait until the light shuts off, which I've only told you about 4 million times. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm starting to think that blue ball would be better off not putting something over there. They always hammer away at that side, and we don't have any success with it. All right. Well, I'm done. I have no idea. Yeah, he's just hammering away at that blue ball, and I'm thinking next week I'm not going to put a ball over on that side. I mean, really, for as much activity, as much motion as has been tracked by this guy, I would have thought he should have been able to light up these balls a half a dozen times today. But very, very disappointing. You hear that, loser? That's it. I'm quitting on you. I'll give you 10 seconds. 98765 No, no, you failed. All right, you can quit. I'm done watching you.